Hey guys, it's Lisa, and today I want to talk to you about the carnivore diet. If you've been here with me, you know I am coming up on 4 years of eating nothing but meat, animal products, eggs, cheese, these types of things, and I will list my carnivore playlist down below so that you can, if you catch up and see why I'm carnivore. But what I wanted to talk about is something that happened kind of organically. Several of you have messaged me on Instagram. You've sent me direct messages about carnivore. And one of the most common messages I get is about how do I do carnivore if I don't like meat? Or what if meat repulses me? Or I can't eat the fat. The only meat I like is chicken breast, things like that. And then I'd get a lot of other questions too that are similar. So I thought I would make a video today and tell you about 5 or 6 things that I think can be deal breakers for doing the carnivore diet. I don't think it's for everyone. Like I've told you before, I did not set out to be carnivore. This happened to me through the elimination diet, through years of joint pain and gut issues, and I'll go ahead and say it, IBS. So let's get started. So the first person that I don't think is a good candidate for the carnivore diet is someone who doesn't like meat. If you don't like meat, you are going to have a very, very hard time doing the carnivore diet. I don't even know if it's going to be possible. I am not a dietitian, a nutritionist, a doctor, but I am someone who lives the life of a carnivore, and I've always loved meat. So it is going to be tough for you to do this diet if you don't like meat. I cannot imagine what you're going to do. I would say it's almost impossible. The only thing I can imagine that you would do is help yourself like meat. But even then, I think it is going to be a challenge, and it's going to be something that you don't enjoy. It's going to take a lot of the positives out of the carnivore diet. So my bottom line is, if you do not like meat, if it repulses you, you hate chicken thighs, you hate red meat, you hate drumsticks, the only thing you like is lean chicken breast and, things like that, I just don't think that carnivore is going to be for you. And that goes into number 2. Another person that I think the carnivore diet may not be the best option is someone who cannot even look at or eat fatty meat, because healthy fats is a big part of the whole dynamic of carnivore. It's part of what makes this diet so healthy. It makes your skin better, your hair better, it makes your joints feel better. It just makes it work. And it helps with the hunger hormones and the satiety. I always have the hardest time with that word, of the diet. That fat and that protein combined is going to be what keeps you full. It's going to be that thing, like when I get through eating a meal, I'm done. I'm not looking for dessert. I'm not thinking about my next snack. It's just like you closed a book. It is the most wonderful feeling to just eat and be done and not have to stress over your next meal or your next snack, or you're not full, you're not satisfied. Fat helps you with so many different things, but it really helps you get that full, very satisfied feeling. The third person that I think may not be a good candidate for carnivore is if you can't take the heat. The criticism that you will get, let me tell you, everybody's an expert, and we have been just taught crazy things. I was watching Dr. Jason Fung the other day, and he was talking, he's an expert on intermittent fasting, and he was saying that it happened around 1977. The overweight obesity epidemic happened, and that is about when we started being taught a lot of different things. I'm not an expert, so I always hate to go too deep into it, but he was saying, think about if you had a classroom full of children and 70% of them were failing. Would you think to blame those 70% of people, of kids? No, you would blame the teacher and the surroundings. And that is how it is now. I think that our teachers that are teaching us what to eat and what not to eat are not always correct. And I think that we have so much food around us all the time. It's just everywhere you look is just processed food, sugar, and all the things that make us feel bad, make us overweight, make our children feel bad, make our teeth decay, make our hair not grow, make us have inflammation, all of these things that you will not have if you are eating whole foods. So I just think that we've all been taught some crazy things, and some of us can't get past it. So when you go out to eat and you are sitting there not eating, I mean, you can just not say a word, but just because you're not eating the salad or the appetizers, you will have something said. Okay, then when you get your dinner, it starts when you order and you're trying to express to the waiter or the waitress that you just want the burger with no bun, no sides. No, you don't want a salad. No, you don't want the asparagus. Just all the different things. That's when it becomes very obvious and the conversation starts. I do not argue with people. I don't, try to throw a bunch of facts at them or tell them they're wrong. I don't tell them their doctor's wrong. I just state simply, this is how I eat. It has changed my life. I feel like, if you know me and, if you've watched my videos, you've seen it happen. I don't get sick. I'm not in pain. My life changed when I started eating this way. Now, is it what I am eating versus what I'm not eating? There's a lot to that. Not eating sugar, including very sugary fruits. It's all about, I can't go into all this stuff, but it's all about your blood sugar and the things that you eat, how it makes your blood sugar, your hormones, all of that different stuff. So it takes a lot. It takes you being very strong in your convictions. And, some people will look at you like you're crazy. But I always think about that guy, I cannot remember, Andy, I can't remember, he does the 75 hard when he says, be undeniable. It's undeniable that I'm eating this way and that these things happen for me and that my blood work is this way and that, my life has changed. That's undeniable. So I just stick with that. I don't try to convince other people. I don't try to get other people. That's why I don't want to convince people to get on the carnivore diet. I want to tell you my story, give you my opinions, and then let you decide for yourself. But be prepared for family, friends, coworkers, the doctor. You have to stand firm in your decision. And the next person would be the person who is used to, I hate to say the word using, but using food as entertainment. If you are used to just constantly going out to eat as your form of something to do, or just everything you do revolves around going out to eat, going out of town, eating at a bunch of different places, you're a foodie, you just love trying different foods, you love that experience of eating the same thing another person is eating, because I do know how much fun that is. I remember. And I do miss that to a degree, but then I just remember going home, taking a nap with my heating pad because I felt so bad. So I do get it that eating with someone and enjoying a meal is one of life's greatest pleasures. And it does just provide a lot of entertainment for your family, for your friends, for your business, for your get-together. But you have to get by that and somehow, going out of town, eating out with my family, going to different conferences, going to different events. I have been able to do it. And it takes strength. It takes saying no to the cake. It takes maybe excusing yourself. Like sometimes if I'm at a conference and I know at the luncheon there's just not going to be anything for me to eat, I will go just eat by myself and join them afterwards. So it can be done. You have to take it one step at a time and just see. I always tell people, just try it for a month. It's not going to kill you after a month. Just try it for a month. I don't think it's anything new, really. Atkins has been around a long time. And I remember after I had my daughter, who is almost 24, that's how I lost my baby weight. And I remember being at the gym and I was just dropping weight. Like it was insane. The weight was just coming right off of me. And the guy at the front desk said, "Oh my God, you look so good. What are you doing?" And I said, "The Atkins diet." immediately he went into the whole thing about how your brain needs the sugar from the fruit and all of this stuff. And so I know how it is. And I know how, we want to do these things with our friends and family. So if that is like really important to you, you're going to find carnivore a little difficult. Okay, this came from a comment I had. It was a DM on Instagram. And it was someone asking, how do I get past the idea of needing vegetables and fruit? She feels so much better on carnivore, but she keeps eating vegetables and fruit because she can't get past that feeling of all of us being taught that we need these things to survive. And like I said to her, well, I gave her some videos, to study up on it. And I recommend that to everyone. You have to make your own decision, do what feels best to you and what feels right. But if you can't get past that, you're going to have a hard time, because if vegetables and fruits and those anti-nutrients that are in vegetables and fruits, they need those to survive. If you can't get past that and they upset your stomach, I don't know what to say. I had to just finally say maybe carnivore isn't for you, because if vegetables and fruits upset your stomach and you're on carnivore to get past that, then you're not going to be able to eat those things. It's just the way it is. I learned it firsthand. When I first started this, I started off with just filet mignon, and I would add in the cucumber that had no seeds, no peel. It still would upset my stomach. Then I added in green beans. It still upset my stomach. Then I tried avocado. It still upset my stomach. Then, just to make my mom happy on Sundays, I would eat sauerkraut. I would be sick and my stomach would hurt until about Wednesday or Thursday, until it got out of my system. So, and if I were to eat sauerkraut for 3 days in a row, then it probably would have taken about 2 weeks to get out of my system. So I am very, very, very in tune with my body. I know I can pinpoint what I ate that upset my stomach at this point, because it's kind of like a dog or a cat. When they eat something, the same food every day, and then you give them something and their stomach is upset, well, then you know what it is. That's how I am. So I am very, very clear on what it is that makes me feel good and what it is that makes me feel bad. And that is what the elimination or the all meat or the carnivore diet can do for you. And then last but not least, I suggest keto. If your why, the reason that you're wanting to eat a certain way, is just because you want to lose weight, you want to be healthy, you want to get off sugar, you want to get off processed foods, you want your cholesterol to come down, you want your blood sugar to be correct, then I suggest keto. That will give you much more variation. Matter of fact, that's another thing, that if you are a person that cannot eat the same things over and over, and you have to have lots and lots of variety, carnivore diet might not be for you. But you can still have some variety. I just don't need a lot of variety. I love what I eat every day, so it works for me. But all in all, I think Atkins or keto diet is just the ultimate. If you don't have IBS or gut issues and vegetables and fruits don't upset your stomach, then I think a diet of mostly good fats and protein, kind of like Dr. Berg here on YouTube teaches, and leafy, good vegetables, not baby carrots all day, or apples and bananas and grapes, all those things that spike your blood sugar all day long. It's going to be more like blueberries, raspberries. It's going to be leafy vegetables, not a bunch of low-fat salad dressings that have a lot of artificial sugars in them. You'll find your way. All of us, we're so different. Our bodies are different, and the way we view food is different. Our families are different. Our societies are different. So you really have to find your own way to healthy blood work and a healthy body and happiness. There's so much more that goes into it, like your relationships, your job, your family. All those things can upset your gut. And then your gut being upset by food can upset your emotions and everything else and your hormones. I mean, the gut, we know about the gut-brain connection. It is just phenomenal. And I've heard people say that you can't have a healthy mind if you don't have a healthy gut. You can't have a healthy gut if you don't have a healthy mind. There's a lot on that. I don't want to get into it because I'm not an expert. But the main thing I wanted to say is just to get across, not everyone is cut out for the carnivore diet or the, all, however we want to call it. Is it the no carb diet? I think is probably a better way to say it. It definitely has its ups and downs. Even when I was just out of town in Dallas, I had eaten at the same restaurant in my hotel probably 4 times. And the last night, I sat down in a booth. I was going to have the best night. I had my phone so I could do my work. And I ordered the same burger. You had to bring it to me twice. The first time it had a bun on it. And then the next time I told them they didn't need to redo anything, but I saw some sauce on the top of the bun if they could redo the egg, because I was having the one with the fried egg on top. As I'm eating the burger, I'm thinking, I feel something crunch just a little bit. And I can detect like the smallest little piece of lettuce at this point. And I'm thinking, okay, every once in a while, like a little piece of shredded lettuce may work its way into your burger just from it being close to the fixings and the sides. And so I eat a few more bites and I immediately feel this feeling. I taste this taste I haven't tasted in years. It was grilled onions. So I pick up the egg and the cheese. They have it just loaded with grilled onions, even though I said, you guys, I probably said it 4 times. I just want the 2 patties, the 2 cheese, the bacon, and the egg. That's all. That's all. I'm carnivore. I don't want any vegetables. No, I don't want a salad. I even showed her a picture of what I had been eating. And she said, well, I saw the picture and I thought you had just taken those off. And so it was, I didn't get mad because, it is what it is. I didn't get mad. It's not her fault. The kitchen was one of those open kitchens. And so they were like all looking at me every time they took my burger back. And so I sucked it up, gathered up my stuff and was getting out of there, and they didn't even charge me for the burger. She said, I feel so bad. And I got in my room and I messaged my friends and I was like, oh my gosh, all I can taste is onions in my mouth. It was so bizarre because the way I eat, every once in a while you might taste some bacon, but there's not a lot of burping, gas, taste in your mouth. It's a very kind of clean way of eating. It's just, like I said, it's like closing a book. You're done. You don't even really think about your meal. You don't feel bloated. There's no feeling bad about what you ate. It's just a very neat thing. You just are done. And I was so scared that was going to upset my stomach. I think it did just a little bit, but not anything that lasted very long. It mostly freaked me out mentally. I don't think I ate enough of it to bother me that bad continually like it used to. So it's a challenge, and I just want you to be, like I've done a video, you got to know your why. It has to be strong. You have to have strong will, strong conviction, strong trust in yourself, faith in what you're doing is right for you. I don't think, that we should try to convince everybody in the world to do it if they don't want to. I do feel strongly about it, the way it's changed my life, and I do want to keep spreading the word for those, especially those of you women that are going through menopause and have IBS. It's more dominant in females, and just joint pain. I just can't tell you how it changed my life. It gives you a clear head. I don't take naps. I won't get into all that stuff because I am a cheerleader in my heart. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I see that I forgot to put on earrings and jewelry. I was getting so pumped up for this video. I forgot my accessories. I do have my diamond necklace on, and this blazer is from Aritzia. The top is a Pumi long sleeve top. I love these. And I will list all my makeup down below. And I hope you have a good day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.